freaking amazing. Today we have probably the most important part of V3 of the Attack Type R, and really what is our last preparation day before we head out to Global Time Attack at Circuit of the Americas. Today is Dyno Day. We have made it to the dyno tuner. We are getting started on the FK8. Now, if you guys missed last video, definitely go check it out. We had a lot of awesome updates in that video. Number one being we did brakes. We got the whole front end together, which looks fantastic, as well as we did the first start and actually got this thing running. Huge shout out to our boy Kyle from APR Performance for setting us over that base map. But today is where the magic happens. Everything that we've been working towards kind of finalizes today. I still have an alignment and a couple of things to finish up tomorrow, but as far as like the bulk of what we've been working for towards Global Time Attack finishes up today, and it's going to be awesome. So quick recap real fast. You guys know that we blew up our previous turbo. We got a new turbo and a complete new setup from our boys over at PRL. So new turbo, full inlet, as well as the upgraded air intake, the high volume air intake, I think they call it, which should give us a ton of more power, as well as today what we're gonna be doing before we hop into the dyno tune is we have the Honda FK8 fuel system that we're going to be installing today. This comes with all new injectors, a high pressure fuel pump, as well as fuel lines. This is going to allow us to push so much more fuel into the car, as well as run a couple of different types of fuel. Eventually we do want to put this thing on E85, but unfortunately for our class that we're running in Global Time Attack, we're not allowed E85. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this thing up for 100 octane. This fuel system is going to help us out with that. Now it's not too terribly hard, but we do have a lot of work to do in this engine bay. We got to get to the injectors, which is underneath the intake manifold. So the intake manifold has to come out, as well as we're going to be changing out our high pressure fuel pump, which is right here. So it's not terrible, but we do got to get this done before we get the tune and let this thing boogie. So let's get started. The bulk of the mission is done. This is probably the hardest part about this fuel install, is getting the frickin' intake manifold out. So thankfully we have Nick here. He does this quite often, so thankfully he knows exactly what he's doing. We're about to pull off the injectors now, and then we'll be ready to throw everything in. Nice. Send it.
All right, so I got this little bracket to get the harness out of the way.
Dude, this is like, new cars just have too much stuff.
Little stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Little clips. I usually just break them. But, oh, dude, see, this is how you're lucky.
You get all four of them.
All four of them at the same time. And that rarely happens. Because usually, like, you can see it just ends up getting stuck on the head. But
which is surprising, too, because this car actually has, like, quite a bit of miles on it, and none of this has ever been removed. So that was actually pretty good. So here are our OEM, or this is our OEM fuel rail, as well as our injectors here.
And then the next thing to get out,
oh god,
is the line, which should already be out.
Oh yeah, right there. Here. Yeah, there it is. Nice. So this is all of our OEM stuff, and now we can show you guys what the Honda stuff looks like.
Yep.
What's the so like the Honda one is also a hard line like this, but what's the difference between the OEM and the Honda version?
The diameter of the actual.
Oh, so it's just thicker.
Yeah.
Let's actually get it. Where is it? So nice. And then we also have the high pressure fuel pump, which can also probably be removed pretty soon right here. Yep. Bigger diameter. Or is it? Yeah, it's this one. Yep. So this will allow us to push more fuel out, or in, I guess.
I think it's like 25%, isn't it?
Don't quote us on that. Go to Honda.com and it'll give you all the specs on that.
So really, the injectors are really in there. Injectors are temporary pause on FK8. Take a quick lunch break, and then everything can just go back in. I'm glad we were fitting this in last minute, because this is going to help us out a ton before the tune. But oh, Those look so good, Nick. Moving right along, we got the high pressure fuel pump out. So injectors in, high pressure fuel pump is out. Now we can move on to, I guess, just installing everything now. We have our new Honda high pressure fuel pump right here, our lines, and I guess it can all just go back in. Made a quick pit stop while the boys were finishing up installing the fuel system, and we got some race fuel. Well, this isn't exactly what we're going to be running on the track, but it's all we could find locally. So we got some BP
There we go.
101. The sauce. You guys want to know how much this was? How much? Take a guess.
Okay, let's say
A random gas station in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
120.
$26 a gallon, 130 bucks.
Oh.
But we need it. We need it for the sauce, right, Nick?
For the sauce.
Thank you, sir. Let's go. And we also grabbed, you guys already know, for a long day of tuning. The boys here actually finished up the fuel system while we were getting the fuel for the car. So the high pressure fuel pump's in, all of our injectors are in, and the fuel lines are also in, and we are good.
And if you guys,
thank you guys, by the way. Thank
you guys buy the fuel system, do not lose this. It has a
Yeah.
serial number and software key for you to activate it on the Honda flash preventers.
Yes, most definitely. So now I guess it's time to prime everything.
Yep. Just make sure there's no leaks.
70 psi should do.
Yeah, send it.
Send it.
Just sprays fuel everywhere. A little funky, but she's in. I mean, the car, you gotta think about it, guys, has a completely new setup. So thankfully, Kyle, when he sent us that base tune, actually just worked on a setup similar to ours, so that we were actually able to just drive the car here. But now it's gonna be completely different.
It's gonna be a little rough, obviously, because we haven't activated
Yeah, of
everything,
course.
or pretty much changed the tune. So you're good.
Good, turn it off.
Pop for you. Is they gonna let you or no?
Yeah.
There's so much fuel, you can see it.
Moment of truth. I was telling him, this is like everything that we worked for up until this point. Now is when it matters. We're gonna get the tunes for like the final big piece of the puzzle here. So fuel system's installed. Let's see if this thing can make a decent amount more power. We know that we're definitely gonna need it for Coda. It's got a big, fast track. So hopefully, combined with the 100 octane, the new turbo setup, this thing is going to be an absolute monster. You know, everything that we've done, Tim, this thing is gonna be sick. So, like I told you guys in the last video, we're really trying to be more competitive, and I think this is a good step forward. So, get everything set up for the tune, and let's send it. First official pull.
First official pull.
made 345 on our low boost setting on 91. Now they're gonna pump up the boost, and this will kind of be probably our track map on 91 before we actually get to the higher level fuel. So, let her eat, baby. That was solid.
Well, solid right there.
What did that make?
354 and 332.
Nice. 350. There we go.
Last time you were here with the previous setup.
Yeah, so you can see the previous map and the new map. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah, so I think now is the time Daniel will probably start turning it up some more.
Sick. So that was our 23-pound run. They're gonna bump it up all the way to 26 on 91. That'll be where we stop, and then we'll throw in the 100 octane and hopefully make some really good power on the 100 octane. I'd like to see somewhere close to 400. We'll see what happens. Either way, this is gonna be substantially better than where we were at the first time. Spicy. I am so pumped. Oh my God. Dude, that sounds spicy. 370, let's go. That's juice. Holy moly.
Pump gas. 91 pump gas.
That's 91 pump gas on a Mustang dyno. This is gonna be insane. This is so much different than our last setup. Very scary for Coda to be our first track to test the setup on, but gotta full send it. Time to go 85, or not 85, 90 or 100 octane. There we go. Okay, Nick, are you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
If I can get it. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh,
that's why I brought this.
This is actually 101 octane, which we're not going to be using at the track. We'll be using 100 octane, but this will suffice for now, yeah?
Yep. And you still have a good amount of 91 in there.
That's also true, yeah.
So
we'll probably water it down a little bit.
Pretty conservative.
So is this going to be its own map on the car?
Yes. So, you know, the cool thing about the newer cars and like flex fuel kit, you can pretty much put any amount of ethanol you want and the tune will compensate for that.
Right.
But before flex fuel kits and before certain softwares would support that, you used to always have different files for different fuels that you wanted to run. So in your case, you'll have a 91 octane map and then 100, well, whatever it ends up being, octane map. So if you really wanted to, you could put an ethanol
which we'll
map.
do eventually,
Right,
we'll do eventually, but
by then I'd rather just have you get a
full flex fuel, yeah. Is that a joke? You want me to funnel this with that little thing?
Well, if you think about it, if you ever get stuck on the side of the road, that's what Honda gives you.
Dude, there's no way. What can we expect from 100 octane? What kind of increase from 91 do you think? Is it as big as like an E85 jump or?
Big, I would say, but it'll bring it up for sure.
Yeah. All we need is some power for Coda, you know?
If they allowed you, to put real rate,
it's
like
so
a
weird,
C80 or a Q16 or a C16 type race gas, then that's for sure would be some big power.
It's weird that we can run 100 octane but not E85.
In case you guys are wondering what that big humming noise is in the background, that's our flamethrower.
Yeah, it's frigid out here, okay? That's okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Yeah, this thing is gonna feel so different. Extra 40 horsepower over last time.
Oh yeah, alone with just the 91.
Yeah.
And it was the same fuel from last time probably.
Yeah, for real, yeah. So I'll update you guys once we start the 100 octane tune. 390. Dang. That's sick. Almost 390 horsepower and 350 torque. That's spicy. And I think this is our last pull here. Turned up the boost just a little bit. Let's see what we can do. Oh my God, it's so close. 397. Oh, we're so close to 400. But again, Mustang dyno, that's good. We almost made the 400 mark.
Almost, but you know what? We truly believe it's over 400 because on the top end, the knock was pulling the timing back.
Right.
Because, well, there's still 91. Yeah, so.
We had easily like a little bit over a quarter of a tank of 91 in the car before we put the 100 octane in, so.
Yeah, Daniel did debate on pulling it back, just kind of play it safe for you when you go out there. But I did tell him, I was like, well, let's give you a full send one. And if anything, you're gonna put more 100 octane in there, and that'll clear up the knock for sure.
Exactly.
And you could always just send the logs too, then we could revise it. But you have the 91 map, and then you have the 100 octane map.
Sweet.
Just don't get those confused.
So this is gonna ultimately be so much better than what we had. So I am stoked. This is gonna be awesome.
Hopefully the only thing you're messaging me about is to lower the boost in like first and second gear.
Right.
It doesn't spin.
I think we're gonna be all set and ready to go. My man, once again, we killed it. Yes. The Type R is gonna be sick. I'm so excited to actually get this thing back on the road, back on the track. It's gonna be amazing. Thank you for supporting the cause, dude.
Get the podium, that's all.
We're gonna do our best. You know what? We're gonna go out there, we're gonna, to the best of my abilities, try our best. And like I keep telling them, I wanna get more into time attack and I wanna become more competitive. And this is just another large step forward. So the goal is to always podium, but we're gonna go out there, race our best, and just gain the experience that we get from being there in itself. So if you guys need any tunes, Power Metric eShop, you guys can download your tunes straight from the site. Makes it super easy. But if you are racing, are doing like I guess a bigger build, kind of like we are with our Type R, they will do a custom tune for you guys, correct?
Yes, he will. So
thank you guys very much. Let's head home. See you, Nick.
See ya.
Guys, we're not actually ending our video today. I figured we would continue this with some more GTA prep, and we're gonna end our video here today at WR Technica. Now, we're here because we are getting a full quarter balance and alignment done on the car. So the car actually leaves tomorrow. This is our last update on the car before it officially leaves and it's all set and ready to go for GTA. So they actually just put weights in the driver's seat, so we're gonna do a full real quarter balance and alignment on the car. So we put 200 pounds, basically my weight in the driver's seat, so it's balanced, or so it's like a true weight to balance ratio when they do the alignment and the quarter balance. So things should be all set and like feel really, really good when it's done. On this car, we've actually never done a quarter balance and alignment here at WR Technica, which is where you guys know where we usually get all of our track alignment and stuff done, but they've been super busy. We were able to actually catch them to get this done before GTA. Explain this to me like I am a kindergartner. This is crazy.
Yeah, so the sway bar was because you have adjustable end lengths, right? So the sway bar was twisted a little bit and it was pulling down 1% of the weight of the car.
No way.
Because I was at 48.1 cross weight, which was terrible. I disconnected the sway bar, jounced it, and I'm at 49.1 just from a sway bar being twisted.
That's crazy, dude. So now, I mean, it's going to be way more balanced, but I mean, that's just weird that it was like that. So like little...
It was put on probably without your weight.
Yeah. So it's this is why you do these types of things, because without that, we would have never known. Now the cars would be much more equally balanced. Hopefully feel really nice.
That's already 1 mil difference.
Really? I'm really happy we fit this in, 100%. it's right there. It's right there. All right, finally going to end this video here. We are officially loading in the FK8 for Circuit of the Americas for Global Time Attack. It is now time. The car is all set, ready to go. The trailer is almost loaded. We're gonna pull the CTR in just a bit. I'm gonna show you guys really quickly how we did this. Everything we need is in here. We're actually taking a set of wheels and tires for one of our buddies that's gonna be racing along with us. But I have to give a quick, huge thank you to Fitment Industries. I don't know if I've told you guys this yet, but we can't actually run our usual setup on the track just because our tires are limited to a 220 tread wear. If you guys didn't know, we are working with Fitment Industries this year, and I am so freaking pumped because they make everything so easy when getting wheels, tires, suspension, whatever, and they really came through for us. Tires are insanely hard to get right now, but luckily Fitment Industries was able to find us everything that we needed. So we got 3 sets of wheels and tires just in case we have an extra set and then an emergency set as well. So I have to give a big thank you to Fitment Industries for getting us what we needed as soon as possible. If you guys need any wheels, tires, suspension, any of that stuff, Fitment Industries is your place to go. And a really cool part is, Tim, did you know this? When you order from Fitment Industries, you can actually get your wheels and tires mounted and shipped to you at the same time, so you don't even got to do it.
You just put them straight on your car and go.
It's sick. So if you guys need wheels, tires, suspension, like I said, definitely check out Fitment Industries. But I think it's time. All of our hard work is about to pay off. Actually, the hard work hasn't even really started yet.
Hard work starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
When I drive.
And then this entire weekend when we're racing. So we're gonna go ahead, get the car in the trailer. Now it's official.